Wednesday marking the second big day in Iraq in less than a week. That's when former dictator Saddam Hussein is set to go on trial. As election officials count the millions of votes in today's historical constitutional vote, Hussein's attorneys are trying to delay his trial. That trial will, by the way, have no jury. The cases will be presented to 5 judges who will remain anonymous for their protection. Witnesses from all behind a screen will testify. They want to protect their identities. Joining us now, law professor at American University, Paul Williams. Professor Williams, good to see you. Look, as I understand it, prosecutors are using a theory that I have never heard of. It's called command responsibility. Instead of saying that Saddam Hussein ordered, the execution and murder of all these people, they're going to say, hey, what it was is he knew about it and failed to prevent it. I mean, that's a pretty novel approach, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's clear in the situation in Iraq that there's not likely to be that many smoking guns. And when you have a case such as this where Saddam exercised complete control over the military, the natural way of going after him is command responsibility, that he knew or should have known these acts were occurring, and he did nothing to stop it. As the president of the country, he had that responsibility.
Yeah. Well, what about this? Can't he say, look, I was the leader of the country, other countries recognize me as the legitimate leader, therefore I'm immune?
Yeah, it's very important. That's an argument that's being made by his defense lawyers, but quite frankly, Greg, there is no get-out-of-jail-free card for a president of a country. Slobodan Milosevic of Serbia is standing trial. Charles Taylor of Liberia was indicted, and the top leadership of Rwanda, they've all been indicted for war crimes.
But like Slobodan Milosevic, can Saddam claim, as president and commander-in-chief of the military, I was obligated to put down illegal insurrections, and that's what these were?
As commander-in-chief, you are obligated to do so. You are not, however, entitled to commit genocide or major war crimes, and that's where he went too far.
Violation of the 1949 Geneva Conventions?
Yeah, there's a whole host of laws which Saddam Hussein has violated, and he's tried to basically cover up his actions by saying, I was just protecting the integrity of the country. Right. But you don't kill women and children and gas thousands of your own people simply to protect the country.
All right. So he probably knows immunity isn't going to work. So what if he tries this? Can he attack the legitimacy of the court itself, claiming it simply doesn't have jurisdiction?
Well, I think his lawyers have very clearly recognized that he has almost no substantive defense, and so they are going to simply pepper the court with procedural motions and objections. The reality is, in the United States, we're used to a very high level of due process. What Saddam is going to get in Iraq in terms of due process is, quite frankly, consistent with what the UN has set forth in both the Yugoslav and the Rwanda tribunal. Those motions will fail, and he will go to trial fairly quickly.
Well, it should be interesting. We wish it were televised. Professor Paul Williams, American University, thank you.